I just don't get the guys who bring me a helmet they paid 600 bucks for and then ask me to turn it into something that looks straight up trash. This guy shows up on a Saturday afternoon, dead sure about his idea, a plain carbon gray helmet, and he tells me it's too boring. He wants acid green that really pops, obvious white streaks, an almost raw effect, like the paint just exploded under pressure straight onto the shell. I don't try to talk him out of it, I just set the helmet on the bench and I already know exactly where this is going. Another customer with a wild idea in his head, but hey, the customer's always right, so I just get to work without saying a word. First, I tape off the visor with some gaffer tape and a bit of plastic film I bought in bulk online. We're talking pennies a sheet. Then I grab my acid green spray can, a bargain bin can I found online for like $3. I lay the color across the edges, breaking up the surface with darker patches to build some depth. After that, I flick white paint on in a fine mist, just enough to nail that controlled chaos look. Every drip is planned, every break in the surface is calculated. Nothing here is random. I finished the last details with a marker that cost me about $2, tracing clean little splatters across the shell and the visor. And don't get it twisted, this looks simple, but barely 5% of painters out there could actually pull this effect off right on the first try. So materials wise, we're talking a $3 spray can, a $2 marker, and less than $1 of masking film. The whole kit barely breaks $10. And yet, at the end, I tell him $200. I casually remind him it's a Saturday, and on Saturdays, I double the price. So, $600. Basically the price of the helmet itself, but between you and me, that's obviously not what's going on the invoice. You know how it goes. Between us, he'll never know the difference. He just sees a helmet that pops and a bill that pops even harder. Honestly, for me, that's an easy payday for barely an hour of work, and he walks out convinced he just got a masterpiece done on his helmet. So tell me, a $600 helmet to start, transformed for less than $10 in materials, and build again for basically the price of the helmet on top of that. Is that a scam, or is that just the price of the craft?